Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Welcome to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'll make it pop.
With your host, Parker. Featuring the sultry sounds of Fred and also Allan on the board.
Let's go already!
And now, let's start the damn show.
Welcome, one and all, to the 119th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast. The podcast that dares to ask the hard questions like, would you rather own a horse that's the size of a cat or a cat that's the size of a horse? We're so good. We appreciate your support so very much. You can keep up with us at blcpodcast.com. Drop us a like or a follow on X, Facebook, Instagram, and our TikTok. Please rate us on your favorite podcast platform and tell your friends. And now it's the world's third smallest giant. It's Fred.
I'm still trying to picture that horse cat.
Would you rather have a horse that's the size of a cat?
Yeah.
Or a cat that's the size of a horse?
I don't know.
Simple
I don't
question, Fred.
I couldn't have a horse cat that big.
Do you think a horse with the size of it?
That's a fucking tiger.
You imagine that cat trying to knock things off the table?
Yeah.
I would not want the cat that way.
No.
And then what are you going to do with a horse that small?
Whatever you want.
Just put
Show it off, I guess.
You'll be like, look at this horse's wiener. It's not as big as mine now. I have no idea what you would do, but you would do
the
it.
horse, same size wiener.
So now, me and mini horse, super mini horse.
And always, I am glad to welcome in the man of the hour, Mr. Allan.
Oh, that's me. Yeah.
Hey. Fred.
Yeah.
Christmas is just around the corner.
Oh, crap.
Can't believe it, can you? I can't believe it myself. And I gotta get in close for this. My son decided to give me the greatest Christmas gift any dad could ever get. Buckle in. You're gonna get it. It's not the longest story, but it's a story that's well worth it. Okay. And I'll wait to show you. Listen, audience at home, I cannot show you guys the picture that I'm going to show Fred and Allan because it's a whole thing, but they're going to do their best to describe it.
Oh,
and you're going to love it. I'll draw it. I'll tell you this. I love it so much.
Yeah.
For Christmas, I'll show it. So I love it so much that I have a friend of mine who's an artist, and she has decided to commission an artwork devoted to the picture that I'll tell you the story about. Here. That should tell you enough to know that it's great.
I wish you had like a thing where you could like put the picture up, but it's covered, and then as you tell the story, like one square.
Yeah, you're like, what could it be?
What could it be? And you just tell the story.
Like, oh, and then if I say a keyword, it's like, oh,
yeah,
potatoes. I'm like, oh, there it is. That'd actually be awesome. We should try that. So it's Thanksgiving or fall break, whatever they call it,
right
here in our lovely little corner of the world. And so my son, my almost teenager son, has been, we're kind of trying to trust him. He's got a phone and stuff. So we're trying to like let him stay at home a little bit by himself just to kind of, it's a trust thing. So, and he's doing fine. He's no problem with that.
Baiting.
So no, that's gross. It's either that or hang out with his grandma, which is something that he is 100% against. So anyway, so he goes on earlier this week, goes with grandma and the other ones to the jumping palace, whatever it's
the jump
airbud or whatever.
The jumping palace.
The jumping. Well, I don't know what it's called. The jumping palace. Wasn't that a cooler name than Big Air?
No, Jumping Palace is awesome name.
Right? Wouldn't you be like, welcome to Lord Jumpington's palace? That's awesome right there.
By Mr. Coxworth.
That's right. I'm your guide, Lionel Coxworth. Let's go see the dungeon of the jumping dungeon. The dungeon of rolls. We're gonna have to do rolls because nobody can do it anyway. So they go to Jumpville, USA, or whatever, and they come back. I get lunch, everything great. Yeah, good times, right?
Yeah.
So they get back. And Jack, my mom was like, "All right, I'm just gonna leave Jack here. He's got a key, everything, So he's cool. He knows not to leave the house. So he's only home by himself for like 2.5 hours before I get home, right?" So in that time, I don't know exactly when this occurred, but I got home with the youngest kid, and Jack like runs down the stairs, and he has like stuff in his hair, like it's like wet, and I was like, "Dude, did you take a shower?" And he's like, "Yeah, Dad, I was feeling musty," and I was like, something's up. I was like, something's already fishy.
Yeah,
one word is all it took for it to be fishy.
I feel musty.
Right, and I'm like, you don't even know what that. And so then he goes about his business. Where he goes back upstairs, he runs back upstairs, and then I cook dinner, and I'm like, all right, dude, time to eat dinner. And he runs downstairs real quick, grabs it, and takes off. Like won't even say like hey or anything.
All right.
And his hair still looks musty. And so it's just weird, man. And so then my wife gets home. My wife's already there. She's dinner, and she's like, I'm looking for my my chapstick. Have you seen it?
Uh-oh.
And I said, no, it's probably in Jack's room. He has a thing for chapstick, because he's a kid. They're weird with the chapstick stuff. And so she's like, okay, I'll go check. So she goes in his room and she like runs back out to where I'm at, like runs, and is like, you've got to see this.
He's baiting.
No, she's like, you got to see this. And I'm like, what? Oh God, what's happened? Did he like cut his own arm off, or is he like doing something like that? No, thank God. This is, I don't know if this, you'll have to decide if this is worse or better. So she's like, you're just going to have to see him. Like, you just got to see him. So I was like, okay, well, tell him to come downstairs, and we'll talk about whatever's going on. So my young son, love of my life, the son, my namesake,
little bit,
comes downstairs, and he like refuses to look at me, and I'm like, dude, you gotta look at me. And all of a sudden he turns around and hold on for it, and this is what I see. Actually, I should go up top. Okay, so this, my boy, look at that handsome face.
Oh my God!
Just put that up again so you can really soak it in.
Oh my God, dude! Oh.
So
he look like fire tuck, man.
I would have rather been caught masturbating. I would have rather been caught doing the baiting.
So please describe what you've seen to the studio audience.
Oh my God, he got a cul-de-sac on his head.
I just saw a Kung Fu movie.
Right. So like a monk. It's monk-esque.
There's the Abbott.
So my son has long hair, and he decided, when you get long hair, when you grow long hair, sometimes you have a few little squiggly hairs like toward the front. Just, haven't grown in, they're not quite as short or whatever, right along your hairline. And he had 2.5 hours, I guess, to himself. And took my beard trimmer, which was set very short with no guard on it whatsoever, and went blades up towards his hairline instead of going to cut it.
Yeah.
Because he'd never used it before. And so he was like, Dad, I got it. I did it once. And I realized, like, oh my gosh. Then I tried to even it out. And he went a good 2 inches back all over in the front. Again, I can't put this on the internet because it's going to die and day.
You should show it to us again.
Say it again.
Hold on. So I have to edit so many things. I got to find it. So, okay, here we go. So all that. And again, his hair is like pretty long. So here
Oh no!
One more time for the kids.
Look at that!
I get the glare off of it. There we go.
It was like he was singing too hard and his hair fell out.
There it is. So
Glaring off. It has a
he's gonna look so weird bald too, man. Like,
well, so here's the dilemma, and this is where I need you guys help. This is why
hey,
I'm
make
calling
him get a Trump.
Well,
Make
here's
him
what.
come forward.
Okay, but here. Well, okay. Well, no, you
He
think
can do that.
You're like, hey, this is hilarious, but that's what they're going to try. That's what his mom is like. I hate for you to have to cut all your hair off. Because I was like, I was like, dude, you got to shave your head.
You got to.
And he's like, oh, I don't want it. And I was like, which I understand. You know, he likes his hair. But I'm like, dude, you've got to shave your head. Like, you can't go to school like this.
No, he can't go to
I was
school.
like, you will never live this down.
No.
And his mom is insistent that he can either comb it forward, like you said. It's not going to happen.
It's going to be so noticeable. They're going to be like, dude, what's wrong with your hair?
Immediately.
What's wrong with your hair? Yeah.
Will they even say anything else?
Yeah. And that's
or and now Fred, now hear this out and hear this. Right. I'll give my wife and son credit for outside the box thinking. They're like, oh, you could just wear a headband every day. Like
LeBron James,
and LeBron James, he'll be like a monk.
That's exactly it. They're like, until it grows out a little bit, and then we can get you a regular haircut. And I'm like,
no,
these are both terrible ideas. Take that shit off.
They're gonna make it take it off.
It's starting to be cold. You can make it with like the beanies.
That's what I said. I was like, get you a beanie, and you're good to go, man. And like,
can't wear it in class, man.
You can't. You can't wear it in class.
You can't wear the headband in class.
I gave him a perfectly reasonable excuse. I said, all you have to do is say on Thanksgiving, my sister got some gum stuck in my hair and we couldn't get it out. So we had to shave it off.
Nope. That ain't going to work either. It ain't going to stop him from making fun of you.
No.
It ain't going to stop him.
Okay, but you're right.
Hair short, but did I look like a monk?
Yeah.
Right. Which would you rather be made fun of for? Having shaved your head or what you just saw?
No, shaved your head.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Like,
okay, but Fred, which would you?
Jokes will be the same.
Which would you
shave your
prefer?
head is not going to follow you. As
even if you do use the gum excuse, you know the truth.
Yeah, well, you tell everybody else.
The thing is, the monks are going to follow you. The monk is going to be next year.
The Harry Christmas are coming.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree completely. I completely 100% agree with you guys that is that. What
you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go, man.
I agree. I'm gonna make you guys tell them that.
That's the only.
It's the only way. It's the only way. It's the only honorable thing to do.
It'll grow back. It's just hair.
100%.
It'll grow back. It'll take a year, 100%. But I mean,
no, it won't take them a year.
Yeah. Just start feeding them vitamin E. You know what I'm saying? That should make.
I told him. Well, so get this. So I'm like trying to make him feel better, and I was like, so once you shave it off, I said I'll get you some of like the magical hair growth shampoo they have that makes your hair grow faster. And my wife's like, that doesn't exist, and I'm like.
It comes with 3 free magic beans.
Yeah, I was like, he would have believed me. I thought in the 80s there was like horse shampoo or something was supposed to. What wasn't it? Wasn't that what it was like?
Get him that shit.
Oh yeah, get him the spray.
Yeah. Oh, how to get him some of that?
Oh,
what was that stuff called?
It looked like
your hair and put it there and put a patch on it.
What was the guy that had the like the magnet filings and you could like put hair on it?
Yeah.
Put hair on it.
Harry something.
Harry something. Yeah, you could put the little pen and draw the little hair on his face and stuff.
Willy Willy. So yeah. Right, but I mean, I think we're all in agreement.
Yeah, he's got to shave the head.
Yeah, he got to let it go, man.
I agree. He won't do it.
He won't do it.
It's either that or he's going to have.
Hey, I guarantee you, the first day back to school,
he's going to do it.
He gonna come home and be like, okay.
Yeah, but it's going to be too late for that.
It's going to be too late. And all these kids got phones now, so they're going to take pictures. And you're not worried about it being on the internet, but it's already it's going. It's going to be there if you go to school like that.
I agree
he's got to cut his hair now. And make fun of him having no hair.
And the thing about it too, he got to let it all go. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
He got to let it all go.
All of it. Yeah. No, I've been pulling
you can't just be like.
I've been pulling up these like different like hairstyles that would work, and like you could try this, like just regular bald.
Yeah,
you just gave all that off. I'm like, you could try that, and he's like,
you could just tell him you're going through a midlife crisis.
Well, I told him, basketball season starts Monday, the same day that school starts back. He could totally be like, I got a haircut for basketball season.
There you go.
And like I decided to shave it off. I told him he could say he lost a bet.
Yep.
That's a reasonable excuse to like most dudes. If he was like, I lost a bet, you'd be like,
yeah, he's got to say anything except what actually happened.
Tell him
what he's wearing now.
Whoever loses the Dallas game, be like, man, I bet on. You know what I'm saying?
I told him as a sign of solidarity, I would shave my head equally as close as his. And my wife was like, you will absolutely not do that. And I was like, I'll do it. Like, I don't care. Gives me an excuse to shave my head. That's a free haircut, pretty much.
That's terrible.
So that's what I've had going on this week, Fred.
No,
you got anything that's been going on?
Oh my God! Now you're gonna make me tell my story. I can't top that, man.
Okay, well, let's do this.
When did this happen?
Okay, this happened on Monday.
So he's been like this since Monday.
Yes, which is only Monday right now.
Yeah, and
yeah.
Okay, and then tomorrow is Turkey Day, so he's got to go.
Turkey Day already happened.
Those weeks.
Well,
but tomorrow, but if we were to have a family gathering,
right? He's gonna have to go there looking like that.
He's gonna have, and that's what I said. And so today, Grandma was like, "Hey, do you want to go out to lunch with us and go jumping?" And he's like, "I do not," which I totally get.
Absolutely not, Grandma.
No.
It sucks to be him.
It does. I feel terrible for him.
Oh yeah,
I feel so bad.
I feel terrible for him, and I really truly do. But like every time I look at him. I feel so bad.
Of course not.
I feel so, and I told him that I was like, "Listen, dude. Like, I was like, listen, all right, man. Like, okay, I got to close my eyes and talk to you. Like, so I feel terrible for you, and I know how important your hair is to you. But every time I look at you, I'm going to laugh. Like, there's just nothing I can't
help it. I can't help it. Yeah,
like, whatever, Dad. You being a jerk. I'm like, I'm really not being a jerk. It's just hilarious. Like,
it is.
I was like, I would never do this. Now, I will say, I did that. I did the same thing when I was 12, and I told him that. I said, when I was 12, I took the razor and went right down the middle of my hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
My hair was like, it was like normal length hair. It wasn't like long, and so I was like, and he's like, what'd you do? And I was like, well, shaved it off, dude. Like,
yeah, that's what you do.
There's no choice. And I said, in a month, you can go get an actual haircut.
Yeah.
Like, but you got to just like, it's gone now.
You did it. I mean,
learn the lesson.
You could have waited till I got home and said,
that's exactly it. And asked me, and I told him that I was like, dude, I would have done that in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
No big deal. You wouldn't have even noticed.
Hard lesson, bro.
He's like, well, he had to do it. I feel like he might have heard me. I feel like he's coming in this room. So if you see somebody who can feel me, know who it was.
Don't you gotta tell anybody that.
Send this to the police, Allan.
I don't think he's gonna come in the room because he knows we're gonna see you.
Yeah.
You want me to call him in?
Yeah, you should call him in.
Okay. All right.
I can't take it.
No. Okay. We're gonna call him in and pretend that you don't know anything. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I can't guarantee that.
No. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna be like, hey, come on, hop on the show for a second. All right. We're gonna take a quick break.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back with more of the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast.
Oh my God.
God damn, boy, what's that? Some kind of weave or something?
It is my natural hair. I have been growing it since birth.
Oh, shit, what kind of chemical you got in there?
I have put no chemicals, only juices and berries.
Shit, that ain't nothing but ultraperm. Tell me how you want me to cut this.
Just make it nice and neat.
That'll be $8.
Welcome back to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast. Unfortunately, we were not able to get our live guest to agree to go on the internet. Go figure. But like I said, come Christmas time, I'll make sure to share my friend's artwork with the world.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
Oh, shit.
That is going to be the best part.
Frame it and put it over the mantle.
By then, it will have been.
Is that going to be a present for him?
Oh,
it is. It's going to be a present. It's a present for us, for our family, from them.
oh.
It's going to be awesome.
Oh,
I can't wait. I can't wait. She's actually a really good artist too. So it's good. I can't wait to see what happens. So Fred, like we talked about, it's holiday season. Of course, I know you went out on Friday, this past Friday, and went crazy.
Oh man,
on the Black Friday deals, because you can't resist a 43-inch TV for $12 at Walmart. All you have to do is kill 7 people. And you can probably get it.
Easy.
Probably get it, dude. I remember one year I stood in line. It was a Black Friday deal for an iPhone, and I stood in line. I think it was at Walmart, and it was like $125 or something like that for a brand new iPhone. Yeah, and I was like, oh, what a great deal! Of course, you had to sign up for like a line and all that. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. I can do all that. No big deal. It's a great, it's an iPhone. Hooray! Right. I'm an now, but I stood in that line. I went first thing on Black Friday morning at like 7 a.m. And by 10:30, there were still like 15 people in front of me in line. Yeah. And then like it dawned on me as I was standing there, like, I'm trying to save like $75. Mm-hmm. I've been here for 3.5 hours and I'm going to be here for 6.5 more at this rate. Like the rate of people, the rate that people were going through. Right. I was like, this is in no way worth it. So I was like, I'm going home.
I've never been out on Black Friday.
No, you don't ever do it?
Never done it.
I did it once for my mom for a TV. There was like a huge TV. It was a really cool TV and it was on sale. Like it was a crazy clearance. Yeah. And she was like, all I want for Christmas this year is this TV. I'll pay for it if you go get it. Like you stand in line and go get it. And like I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. And so we like had some drinks and stayed up until 3 o'clock in the morning. Then went and stood in line at Circuit City for 6 hours. It was Circuit City. That's how long ago it was.
Circuit City, yeah. Friend of my wife's, she got on the news for like standing outside. Like, the news came by. So dumb, like, man. It is. It's insane. I couldn't do it.
Like now, I'm older. I'm like, my time is worth more. Like when you're young, it's a young man's game. So when you're like 20 and you're like, yeah, I'll take Friday off work. Yeah. We can go camp out. Who cares? We'll drink beers and smoke and have fun. I totally would do that.
Well, they don't really do that anymore.
The deals aren't the deals either.
Yeah. They don't. They do it like Thursday. Like
right. Yeah,
Thursday night. You know what I'm saying? So like they really don't do the 3 in the morning. I remember when they did that though. Like,
internet does a lot.
It was that one Walmart, like 3 or 4 people got killed, got trampled to death. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's insane, man.
That was the morning I got one of my iPhones so bad.
Capitalism for you.
Yeah, that was.
I was like, I'm getting that iPhone. Grandma, you've had enough time on this earth.
Yeah, they put a 5 on sale for like $250. I might have to go.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's a good deal,
I really want, but
it's just
nothing I really want that much to like stand out there.
No, like 73-inch TV for $200. I'd be like, yeah, all right, I'm in.
And then just to fight with those people.
Yeah, but that's also when you get older, you realize, oh, well, they're not going to lose money on that. Maybe they'll lose like a little bit on 1 or 2 things. Like those loss leaders, where it's like, oh, we'll take a $50 cut on this because they're going to buy $250 worth of stuff otherwise.
Right.
But I just feel like it's not the same as it used to be. But so Fred, being that it's not the same as it used to be.
Right.
You had mentioned to me a concept that I do not understand.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you explain it to me.
So, like, okay, you heard of Black Friday.
Yes. And we're just talking about it.
Yeah, like all the deals.
That's why I brought it up.
But have you heard of Brown Friday?
Allan?
I've heard of Brown Tuesday.
How about this? Let's try again, Fred.
Monday. Okay, so Brown Friday.
Hold on a second. Would you please start your, hey, you've heard of Black Friday. Try that. Let's start that again.
Okay, so I know you guys heard of Black Friday, right?
Yes.
So I heard of this concept called Brown Friday. And Allan, this is for like me and you, Allan. Like,
really?
Yeah. For us, man. Well, mostly probably for me because you really aren't in the trenches like I am. But
you're just on the outside looking in, brown.
yeah,
In other words, I'm cheap.
You get light brown Friday, Allan.
Brown Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, is the most calls that people put in for like their water system backing up.
Oh, okay. I got you. That kind of brown. I thought this was a skin tone issue, not
No.
How is that more effective?
Well, I guess the septic thing's
septic.
Yeah, but I'm saying, dude, I poop all the time. Like, why would it not be an issue for me?
It's only brown boots.
Yeah, you know, that's why I thought it was a skin thing.
We shit harder than y'all, man.
Yeah.
we hit with Thanksgiving, man. We hit it hard.
It must be the collard greens.
We are dehydrated, motherfucker.
But yeah, that's the day.
Never drink
like,
water.
Like they get all their calls, like a lot of the Roto-Rooters and all the other.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's like one of the busiest days for them.
Oh my gosh!
I
wonder if that's like I guess that is their Black Friday. They're like, this is the best day of the year.
Yeah.
Because I feel like on that day, you can charge whatever you want.
Right? Really? Yeah.
Like if you worked, I feel like if you were, like you said, a septic guy and you worked on, or like a plumber and you worked on Thanksgiving every year, and you were like, I'm going to put an ad during the Super Bowl or during the Thanksgiving Day football games. I'm here on call right now. No, I wait till the afternoon game.
Yeah,
and like 24/7 service available right now. Call. Oh, dude, you would make so much money. You'd be the richest guy in Shitville.
Uncle Johnny clogged the toilet again every damn Thanksgiving.
No, I'm here.
I ain't clogged no toilet.
Uncle Johnny, you can only pee this year. Can't afford it.
Not allowed.
A goddamn pecan pie.
You got to put in. You got to put down a deposit on Thanksgiving lunch.
Oh, they the pecan pie.
Well, Fred, I am hopeful that I won't have to participate in Brown Friday this year. But you never know.
Never know, man.
Never know.
It's got to come out.
It's true. And Brown Friday could really be any Friday.
Yeah, I was gonna say Brown Friday for me is Tuesday, Sunday.
Dude, I'll never forget, and not to get gross to the listeners, but I'll never forget when, like, in our old house we had a septic tank, and that thing backed up, and like we overfilled it, and I didn't realize it. And then all of a sudden, everything started, like the drain started bubbling brown and black in the car. And I was like, what is happening? And I was like, oh my God, it smells terrible.
Yeah.
I called somebody and he's like, dude, this is like, when was the last time you did this? I'm like, we never did this. And he's like, it's supposed to be done every 3 to 5 years. I'm like, he's like, how long have you lived here? I'm like, like 7.5 years. And he's like, okay. So, and then like, but he let me like go out and look at the septic tank once he dug it up and everything.
Right.
And like, he's like, oh, it smells like liquid gold. And I was like, I'm going to kill myself.
Going back in the house, you just let me know when you're done.
Yeah, well, he took the like he had tools and stuff. Well, he took the lid off and then he had like a drill.
Yeah,
like a bit, and he was like,
you gotta mix it up. Yeah,
he's like, I'm making a slushy, and I'm like, you have the weirdest fucking life, bro.
Yep. Yeah, dude, I don't understand. I couldn't do that job. That's like,
but if it's your job, man, it's your job.
Dude,
you know?
they make
money.
Oh yeah, I mean, he got what, $400 or $500 for being out there for an hour.
I couldn't do it though, man.
But
I just could not.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
I see, like at my. When I work, you see the guys cleaned out the porta potties.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they smell so bad. I just could not.
Yeah, but you get numb to it, I think. Like,
shit. No.
But I'm sure there's sometimes where you're like, ooh, but
I think. I mean, I got a Rod sewer lines with a camera and shit, and it's like, hey, you see other people's shit.
Yeah.
But it pays the bills, man.
And the two frame crawled through 250 yards. Of the most foul smelling and stench known to man. When he came out on the other side, he was clean.
Oh, see,
that's terrible, though, man.
That is, dude. That's crazy.
I saw a video, dude. He was like doing some digging in his yard and shit, and like he hit that vault, and he didn't know what it was. He was like, "Oh wow, I found like a vault in my backyard." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I wonder what's inside." He opened it up. He's like, "Ah!"
Hell yeah, that's
surprise, motherfucker!
Oh, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm glad that everybody's got to get their money somehow.
You got to make that money, man.
Yeah, Brown Friday.
That's one reason to go Black Friday shopping is if you're like, I'm calling the guy, it's Brown Friday, and they're like, we're going shopping. Like, we're going to all the sales.
Yeah.
We got to save this money.
Not going to be here.
That's crazy. Well, Fred, you said you had a story you wanted to share with the group.
Yeah, it's not as good as your story, but
how could it be? No offense, but how could it be?
Nah.
So
that's one of those things that parenting is it only happens if you're a parent.
Right. And before I tell the story, I want to let everybody know that I'm not a mean guy. I don't just make fun of people for like the sake of it.
Sure.
But this thing that happened to me,
he's going to make fun of people just for the sake of it.
Yeah, the sake of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when somebody says, just want to I'm not a racist, but
I'm not a racist, but
I do have a 7-foot cross that I just put in your front yard that's on fire.
So me and my wife, we went out to dinner, one night, and we went to our local Applebee's, and
fancy.
It was one that I used to work at there years ago. It's the one I was there.
The only one. Yeah.
Right. And so, we sit down and,
the Dollaritas, is that why?
No. We ain't.
You had said something about how
we're that for drink that stuff.
I don't even know what that is, honestly.
The dollar margaritas that Applebee's has.
That can't be good.
No, it cannot be. That's why I'm not.
In today's economy? Yeah, but in today's economy, you're not even getting, it's like not even a shot of margarita.
My homeboy, he's a general manager at Applebee's, and he's like, these dollar margaritas, I can't wait till they go away. He said, these people are insane. They complain about $1 margarita.
It's the Black Friday of bar drinks.
Yeah.
People are all over
Black Friday readers.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, so
Tittyway.
Okay.
Let's go in the notes.
I'm working it up. I'm working up new phrases and catchphrases. Okay. So anyway, waiter comes over and gets our drinks, and we're conversating and all this good stuff. And this dude walks past the table. Dude walks past by the table, and he's like, "Yo, Fred, what up?" And I looked at him, and I was like, "Oh shit." I was like,
"You still work here?
You still work here?"
Yeah.
It's been like 20 years. I was like, "You still working?" He's like, "Yeah, man, still." I was like, "All right, it's cool, man." We talked for a little bit and everything. He's like, do you remember this girl?" And I was like, "Yeah, I remember her." And he's like, "Well, I married her." I was like, "Oh, cool." You know what I'm saying? And he's just like, "She's here, and we just had, our newborn baby.
Our anniversary here."
Yeah. She's like, she's here eating, and she's got the kid with him, little baby girl. I was like, "All right, cool, man."
Look at the baby girl, look just like Fred.
Don't you bring me that black baby. I'm happy. And so like he was like, "Well, I gotta, make my rounds or whatever, and I'll bring the baby back over, in a little bit." So
when I come, I'm gonna fill up your drink and bring your baby back.
With the
not ribs.
He's got one baby on their arm with a picture of tea. He's like,
"Sorry, baby back ribs aren't available right now."
So I told him, cool. So me and my wife, we order our food, and we're talking and conversating, and
forgot about the baby.
Yeah, I forgot all about dude and everything. My food done came out, and we're starting to eat and everything.
He's like, "Here's my baby."
Yeah, he does. He just walks right back up to the table with the baby. Hey, here's my baby. And he put the baby like right there in front of me.
Oh, no.
I jumped back, like big commotion, dropped my fork and knife, and like, oh shit. The baby had a cleft lip.
Oh, no. Oh.
But like,
You're a
I mean,
mean person.
I was not mean, man.
You're being mean right now.
I was like, oh, hey.
And you were like, oh, is her name?
I know, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad.
No, I mean, because you weren't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that.
Right.
Like, if it was just
What?
a regular baby.
How did your wife react to your reaction?
She did the same thing. She jumped.
Oh,
too.
okay. So she was.
I mean, we both jumped. I mean, you're not expecting
Right.
this happy, smiling baby. Like,
Yeah. You just be quiet, Fred.
I didn't
Just be
know.
quiet.
I didn't know.
Well, yeah. So what did he say? Was he just like, this is a normal baby to us?
This is my baby. This is the little girl. I was like, oh, she's so cute. You know what she was? She was a cute baby.
From the nose
But
up.
like, now I'm all freaked out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah. You're like,
tense
let me
and
bring the
shit,
girl
like-
over. Like, bring the mom over. Let me see if
I'm still trying to eat my food. I can't. Now, like, all I see is the baby.
Right. Because you can't
know what I
unsee
mean?
it. Yeah.
I can't unsee it. So, like,
Right.
so it's just a PSA. Look, don't wear cleft babies.
A PSA.
Don't cleft lip babies at
Warn people. If your baby.
Warn people.
How about
Yeah.
this? If your baby has any interesting features and or is ugly, objectively ugly, just say so. Just be like, hey, what you need to do is give me 5 feet of lead up.
Yeah.
So that I can assess the baby situation and then judge that baby is acceptable or what happened to Fred. Just give me a few feet. Just don't throw the baby on my.
Yeah, you can't just do that, man.
Right, like Chucky, like a Chucky doll, and it's just got the knife. And you're like, oh, just
I'm
unexpected
sorry.
baby.
I'm sorry. And then I
It
didn't.
happens. So, what did he seem to react to your reaction?
No. Well,
he was just beaming with pride because this is
right.
the fruit of his
because
loins.
It's his baby girl.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he wasn't like.
Him and his wife got clean, and
Well, good.
Is
that something that can happen if you?
That's a good story.
Probably. I think it might have been something.
Could be. I don't know how that. I don't know
how that happens.
Works, but I know they can fix it.
Yes.
And hopefully they're gonna fix it.
Joaquin Phoenix was a
right. Exactly.
CLB.
Oh, that's what CLB means. Damn it.
Oh,
there you go. I didn't even know. Oh my god!
I was wondering. I was like, should I put this up?
I just thought it was Caucasian Latino black person story.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I was like, man, it had nothing to do with that.
That's twice tonight, Alan. That's okay. That's where we're at nowadays. That's twice tonight that Fred has brought something up, and I thought it was race related. And it turns out it was not.
Nothing.
My assumptions have been skewed.
What does that say about you?
That I am not racist, but yeah, but ding.
Survey says
maybe it doesn't say no.
Number one answer.
Well, Fred, so I'm glad. Were you able to finish your meal afterwards? Is really
I did.
Okay.
I've got it down, man. But
and how was the Mexican taco salad or whatever?
Yes, the live chicken. That's fine.
Was that what it was? I knew it was something like that. I was close. Just one food group away. No, that's the problem. Is like my wife loves like Cajun pasta or whatever.
Yeah,
and like Chili's, I think is where it is. And she's like, "Oh, that Cajun pasta," and I'm like, "I don't think that's that great." Like, you know, but you love it. If you love it, you love it.
And just sprinkle some.
I can make it.
Cayenne pepper on top of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there you go.
Maybe I will make it.
You don't like Cajun pasta.
I own your show. It is your monster. It's the yodo. All right. Well, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with this week's BLC News.
The Black Lincoln Collective podcast will return after a word from our sponsors.
Welcome back to the 119th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast. Allan, it's been a little while. Time is linear. I guess. Whatever. I don't fucking know. What is it?
Circular.
Do you believe in multiverses, Fred?
I do.
I do.
Really? Do you both really?
I believe in the string universe. That there's different strings.
String theory.
Yeah, string theory.
What? Okay, explain that before we get into the news.
You want me to explain string theory?
Quick, real quick. You got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. You got 40. Okay, I'll give you 45 seconds. Explain it in detail.
Well, basically the string theory is there's a universe and then our universe, and it's just there's strings. They're just separate universes, and once in a while they
they overcross. Okay, like a string.
Yeah,
like a string, like a guitar.
All right. Well, yeah, exactly. Well, all right. Let's go to the news. Black Lincoln Collective News. BLC News. This week. It's out. It's usually out.
Turn that shit down.
Down more? Okay, I just turned it all the way up. So, welcome to BLC News, ladies and gentlemen. This week on a very special BLC News, it's sex offender news, I guess. I don't know if it is sex offender news. It's just weird stories. I was going to call it real sex. BLC. I didn't know what it should be.
Real sex BLC.
So we'll roll with that.
So it's shit then, because real sex, man, that was so fucking deceiving.
I know, dude.
Real sex.
Oh, real sex.
Real sex.
Yeah, real
what
sex.
A piece of shit.
That was terrible.
Well, we're going to start off, Fred, and let me show you guys this person's thing. I will put on TV.
Oh, the titties
this
on real
face.
sex was terrible.
It was always bad. It was always bad.
They were bad too.
So this week, Fred, we're starting out right down the road in Holly Hill, South Carolina.
Yeah.
As you can see on the screen, let me tell you a little story about school teacher Regan Anderson. So Regan is age 27. She's a former South Carolina school teacher and third grade volleyball coach who is in the news these days for all the wrong reasons.
God damn it.
Anderson, I know, right? The former Holly Hill Academy teacher faces serious criminal charges for an illicit affair with a 17-year-old student. So you can see a picture of her if you're watching the stream. I wonder how that works out.
Dude.
So
yeah,
she's facing 2 counts of sexual battery, which led to her arrest in November.
When was his birthday, though?
I don't know when it doesn't say that. It didn't get into a lot about him.
Because
bail set at $2,500, but she's got to be on like GPS monitoring. She can't contact the victim or their family.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I knew a guy allegedly.
Yeah.
He was 15 and he met this girl and she was 22. Allegedly.
Right.
And man, she rocked his world and he was happy of it and he never complained. Never to this day, he's never complained. I mean, he never did anyone. So I don't understand how they get caught.
What you got to understand, though, Allan, is these disturbing incidents unfolded with the first alleged sexual battery near the school in October, followed by a second encounter in a Pizza Hut parking lot, per the arrest warrants.
Well, motherfuckers talk too much. They talk too much.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Well, because you can't be a 17-year-old boy and be like, and bang one of your teachers and not say
she should have known that though. Like
right.
She should have known it was gonna get out. Like,
right,
dude. I mean, you're texting. As soon as it gets out to one person, it's gonna get out to more people, and the police don't even. All they gotta do is have suspicion, and then they got all the evidence on your phone. People don't realize that your phone is not your phone. You know what I mean? If I think I died. Oh, no, I didn't.
No, you're good.
No, okay. Your phone is not your phone. I don't.
Yeah. There is a difference because when allegedly that person I knew, there was no phones and no.
Right. Yeah. So even if somebody said something, it wasn't nothing they could do about it. It would be your word.
No, and teenagers were different at that time. At that time, we were like, dude, we're not going to let this go. You know, we're not getting rid of this. I mean, this is this is fucking awesome. You know, so
if that would have happened in my day, they probably would have blackmailed the teacher. More dudes would have blackmailed the teacher in the fucking. Y'all heard what you did. You don't give me some pussy. I'm gonna tell her.
I mean, I don't see the. Yeah. I mean, plus at the same rate, I never saw why a teacher, 17-year-old teacher, a teacher would hang out with a student.
Right.
You know,
but like I said, these kids nowadays are not children. Like
17 is
17 is not a child anymore. That's a mentally, I get what they say.
Physically,
it's mentally. Yes. It's mentally, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I guarantee you, if you ask a 17-year-old, what do you think we should do about this, son? And they be like, send her back to my room again. Or something. You know, he's not going to be mad about that.
Unless he didn't want it to happen.
And I doubt that.
Okay, as a parent, okay, I know what my answer would be.
I know what my answer would be too. And it would
exactly. I hate to sound like that.
Yeah.
Mine would have been like nice.
Hey,
I remember,
I'd be like, hey, just use protection.
I'd be like, son, you could have done better than a teacher. We're trying to find a scientist.
Well,
I'm kidding. But that being said, again, obviously it's like a schoolboy dream and everything. They're like, oh, my teacher and stuff.
Right.
But in reality, it's not. If the roles were reversed, and
right?
I
was just going to say that.
All hell would be breaking loose.
Right.
Yeah. And so
we would not have the same opinion.
Right. And if my daughter was I'm
gonna kill that motherfucker.
Okay, well, there's double standards, and I don't give a shit that there's double standards. I don't care.
Our standards are so high, they're double, Allan.
They're like, oh, well, you're a hypocrite because of that. No, fuck you.
Yeah, I am a hypocrite.
Well, let me just say,
I'll be a hypocrite.
Let me tell you guys this, okay? This week's BLC News is brought to you by our friends at the WHO, who want to remind you that Christmas season is also syphilis season. That's right, syphilis, the STD that's highly contagious and spread by anal, vaginal, or oral sex.
Oh, my God.
Has a raging boner, and it's on the prowl for some hot tail this holiday season. So, if you wake up after a hot night of unprotected sex and notice that in and around your anus and mouth you have small ulcers, you might be staring down the thick rod of early syphilis. Then, a few weeks later, if you have a copper-colored rash on the palms of your hands or feet, or moist lesions in your groin, congratulations! You've graduated to secondary syphilis.
Secondary.
If you still don't feel like going to your doctor, you might just wake up one day with the white hot cream of tertiary syphilis. Which would love nothing more than reaming out your brain, eyes, and ears, causing paralysis, blindness, deafness, or even death. Now, that doesn't sound fun, does it? The downside is that syphilis can easily be treated with some common antibiotics.
The downside?
The
upside.
But if you decide that you have the holiday spirit and want to get the gift that keeps on giving, just go to your nearest bar and say, "Syphilis, I'd love some." Brought to you by WHO and Dr. Scholl's blister cushions. We got the cushion after you do the pushing. We're the official sponsors of this week's BLC News. So on to better news, Allan. Sort of, maybe not.
I didn't know about the syphilis stuff. I was educated.
Syphilis is the thing that like killed all the famous painters and shit. It was a real big deal before penicillin became a thing and they could like heal it. So speaking of big deals, Fred, this news comes to us courtesy of Irish News Men's Health.
Ooh.
Yeah, get ready for this. Get ready to clench your anus. Teenage boy gets USB cable stuck in urethra while trying to measure himself. A teenage boy tried to measure the length of his own penis, but ended up in the hospital after getting a USB cable stuck in his urethra while doing so.
Ow!
Let me tell you. Let me find out. The 15-year-old boy told doctors that he wanted to measure the quote-unquote measure the length of his penis after being triggered by sexual curiosity. He decided to insert the USB cable into his private parts via the urethra to stimulate himself. However, it got stuck and he was unable to remove it. He really went far in there too. Shortly afterwards, he noticed blood in his urine, which saw him go to his local EMS or doctor's apartment. They tried using a scope to remove the cable. The doctors first tried using a scope to remove the cable, a long metal rod. But that didn't work, as the cable had managed to knot itself while inside the boy. So he was transferred to a university college hospital.
Cut his dick open.
In the operation, surgeons made an incision into his penis, noticed that the cable had been cut into 2 segments, and removed both segments. After sewing up his urethra and penis, the surgeons then inserted catheters so the boy was able to use the bathroom without damaging himself any further. 2 weeks later, they checked the area thoroughly, didn't find any leakage or excessive scar tissue, and removed the catheter. So everything turned out great.
Now you got a dumbass story every time a girl see your dick. You're like, oh, I think
this is the episode of like dumb fucking stories.
Dude, just lie like everybody else. I got a 7-inch dick. Yeah.
I had a dick operator to make it bigger.
I'll just lie about my dick.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm 7 inches. Yeah.
You should tell your son the story and be like, see, son,
could be worse.
It could be worse.
Yeah, right.
What you did is not that bad.
Always look on the bright side of life. So.
Yes.
Silver lining. You know what I mean?
No, I'm telling you. Yeah, no. I can't imagine. Which end did he stick? That's kind of thing I don't want to know. And if you saw the x-ray that I saw, that shit was not just like, oh, it's a little bit in there. It was like up inside of him.
But why would just put it next to your dick and put it
because Allan, spoiler alert, Allan, he wasn't measuring his penis. He was doing something weird as shit.
To try to stimulate, he was trying to get himself hard.
I love computers. I'm going to stick a USB.
Dude, there's internet. Just
he's like, I want to be exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like jack in. And he
that's so old school, man.
He's like, I want to. Who just
Jackson anymore?
Works.
Who just Jackson anymore, man?
Right?
Yeah. That shit. That doesn't do anything with me. Oh,
actually, when we're making fun of that, but it is sad that it's gotten to the point that
dude, if you're 15, you shouldn't have to stick.
When I was 15, Sears catalogs were perfect enough for me.
Right? Yeah.
When I was 15, a light breeze was all I took.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, I noticed I moved slightly. We're here, baby. Action on.
I'll be back in 45 minutes.
Nope. I'm like, I gotta take a dump. I'm like, gotta take a dump. Taking a dump makes it happen. So, all right. Well, I got one more news story for you guys. I hope you're ready for this.
Is it anyway like this?
I don't know if you're gonna like it.
I don't know.
It's not as gruesome. Okay. Let's just get into it. This courtesy of our friends at lawandcrime.com.
Okay.
Quote unquote.
Gun.
Maybe I should do a voice. Let me see where this is at. Okay. I can't. How do you do a? Can you do a Michigan accent, Fred? No one can. What's a? Hey there, partner. Root for the Bears. That's kind of Michigan's like right there. Okay. I'm on a mission I have to complete. Oh, it's kind of Canadian too. A said, I'm on a mission I have to complete. This is a man accused of trying to break into residential homes, masturbating on their porches, and masturbating on their porches tells the judge he must continue. He's got a mission to complete, Fred. The 60-year-old Michigan man.
God.
Right. A 60-year-old Michigan man with a history of sex-related crimes is facing a possible life sentence after he was caught on surveillance cameras attempting to break into several homes and masturbating outside of them. We're not going to say his name, but he looks real happy. It says this guy who did himself no favors when he interrupted a judge during his first court appearance this week, he was seemingly defend his own actions, was taken into custody on Thursday and charged with 3 counts of first-degree attempted home invasion and 1 count of indecent exposure. So, exactly. So, yeah, apparently he just decided, it says deputies with this place responded Tuesday to 911 calls that there was a dude trying to break into houses. And then they said the suspect attempted to enter at least 3 houses along the street. When the suspect realized he could not enter one of the homes, he proceeded to expose himself to the Ring doorbell camera and start whacking it. The suspect then attempted to enter at least 2 more homes, but was again unable to do so because the doors were locked.
Fucking wacky guy, man.
He looks like here, I'm going to bring his picture up for the team here. He looks like a wacky guy. He looks like he's a lot of fun at a party, Fred. Let me just tell you that. He looks like the kind of guy who's going to jerk.
No, he looks like Rorschach.
Yeah.
You're locked in here with me.
He's like, I can masturbate anyway. So he's 15. Maybe he and the USB guy need to get together. They can work out.
Oh my God.
That guy did it because he couldn't break into houses. Like that's all it took for him.
I can't get this. I'm gonna jack off.
Yeah, he's like, he's like nothing clears my head after trying to attempted robberies, like jerking it on somebody's front porch.
I've heard of carjackings, but house jackings? Come on.
That's a whole new mission. So a neighbor told the Detroit affiliate. Oh, man. So during his arraignment, this gentleman interrupted the judge to say, Your Honor, if I can interrupt you, I'm on a mission and have to complete it by year's end. And
what's that mission?
He didn't say. He said being tethered, and then the guy said, "No, dude. I would ask you to not say that." And
his
then,
lawyer,
yeah, he's like, "No." So
ixnay on the Jacksonay.
Yeah, ixnay on the mission to jerk off on every porch in Detroit. So not great. So then they decided to give him a $500,000 bond.
Damn.
There you go. Now you know, Fred. Don't go whacking it.
No, man.
When other people are
whacking it on the
slacking
porch.
it. I don't know.
Whacking it on the porch with the Ring doorbell.
Don't forget, all these stories you've read have been brought to you by the WHO and by Dr. Scholl's blister cushions. We get the cushion after you do the pushing. I love that. That's a great tagline they came up with.
Nobody's home. Pull out the dome.
Nobody. That's right. ring your own bell today.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's terrible.
Ring-a-ding-a-ling.
Ring-a-ding-a-ling.
Oh,
swing by. So Fred, that's what's going on in BLC news this week.
Oh, God.
BLC land is not a
BLC land is a weird. It's in that weird transition between Thanksgiving and Christmas, Fred.
Yeah,
where people just go crazy.
Yeah,
but there's nothing to do because it's cold outside. Yeah, so they're like, I'm just gonna do something real stupid.
Yeah.
Like how cold is it in Detroit right now? It's way too cold. It's
gotta be.
It's I guess you could say it's jacket weather.
Yeah.
I hate that that's at the end of the thing. I should have thought of that way before.
That note.
On that note, I feel like we should end the show because it's not going to get any better than that.
Nope.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. We hope you had a great time. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. We might even get Santa Claus on. Who knows what's going to happen? Let's get out of here, guys. Have a great day. I hope you got all the $25 pieces of crap you could get on Black Friday. And we'll see you next week on the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast.
All right, we'll see you later.
Don't forget.
We are laughing. And we are very good friends. Good buddies, sharing a special moment.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Just hang loose, blood. She's gonna catch up on the rebound on the med side.
Get to the chopper!
Oh, what a day. What a fucking day.
Well, that's all, folks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Goddamn hit. Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
As you know, I'm a man of special needs.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.